Hello and welcome to the Black Mind Games Podcast, episode 400, I think it is. Officially 400. It's usually the -1 of Josh's number.
My number? What number is that?
Your number is probably going to be 401 this week.
Yay! Probably.
Joining me this week is Josh.
Yup, like always.
And, yes, we are talking about things and stuff, like Oppenheimer.
Yep. The feel sads. I made a bomb. Even though he knew he was making a bomb, he still feels sad about it.
No, he doesn't feel sad until after the bomb is used.
I see. So
Yes, the bomb.
So wait, he knew he was making a big boom, but it's just when the big boom it was actually used for a purpose, he was like, "Oh no!"
He goes from we're using the bomb to stop the Nazis who are murdering my people, to the Germans are defeated, Hitler is dead, we're still producing the bomb, so whatever.
Yeah.
To there's kind of a conflict. To there is absolutely like we're not producing the super bomb.
I see.
And the fallout from that, and the way that the movie kind of lays itself out is 3 timelines.
Oh, timelines. Like there's separate endings.
So there's 3 kind of timelines that all kind of converge. Like the movie kind of plays with time.
Oh, I see.
So the way the movie kind of works is the movie works with timeline 1 is before Los Alamos. And during Los Alamos' Trinity bomb test, and that timeline effectively ends with the bombs being shipped out and being used, and Oppenheimer making the speech about Japan surrendering. And then the second timeline is Oppenheimer at a dinner table, talking to somebody about the Super H bomb and what would happen and all of the incidents involving that and what's going on with that. So there's that. And then the last timeline is basically a Senate confirmation hearing for the main antagonist of the film. And it's all about that. And that's all shot in black and white, it feels like. If that makes sense.
Okay.
And the way that they do things is parts of the movie that are shot in black and white actually happened. Parts in the movie that are shot in color are actually like made up eventually. It's all hearsay. We don't really know what happened.
Oh, so that's the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like stuff like Oppenheimer's speech, you know, they do, or the trial where his life is getting picked apart and stuff like that, which I think is a separate timeline. That's all shot in color because they don't really have evidence of what happened. Whereas like stuff like the Senate confirmation hearing, that's all on record, so that's all black and white. I enjoyed it. It's a pretty good movie. The way they shoot the nuclear bomb is actually pretty good.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, the explosion is never actually shown. It's just a black.
Did they show like light flare and then like that was the bomb going off?
It's a very bright spotlight. And then it's a very bright spotlight followed by what is it? A loud bang, and the bang is actually really good. The cinematography is great and amazing. I think you would like it. If that makes sense.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. It's but if you're like expecting like a movie that's amazing, it's like literally 2 hours of just talking. If that makes sense. It's just 2.5 hours of talking.
Oh,
So nothing.
I mean, I fully expected that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't know how you're gonna do an A-bomb movie other than like, oh, they're just gonna be discussions a lot and then what's that word? Talking about, oh, should we do it, not do it? Like, it's really big consequences, yada yada. Like, that's what I feel. The whole.
You would think that, but it's not actually that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Also, I heard there's a lot of sex.
There's like 2 sex scenes.
Oh,
There's 2 scenes where the character is like, where Oppenheimer is like, talking about like his life and everything like that.
right.
And they're just talking and they're sitting naked. There's one fully nude sex scene. Where the character doing it literally stands up, walks over, and grabs a book. And that's the end of the book.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. And it's a great kind of scene.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a lot of like implications. Also, Oppenheimer's straight up a communist, which is something I kind of knew, but I didn't know how bad of a communist he was.
I mean,
So
like I was gonna say, like, how bad communist does he want? Like, all the way communist? Does he want halfway communist?
the movie makes an implication, I think, that he is not a card-carrying communist, which I think is not real true.
Huh. Okay.
Which is interesting because it supports my theory that all communists should not be allowed near nuclear weapons
Okay.
or nuclear devices of any kind because they have a bad habit of making them go boom.
Okay. Yeah, they do have a bad habit of going boom.
Yeah, Chernobyl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's because they when they get into those situations, whatever reason, the people who are maintaining it just kind of slowly over time, the respect that they should give the tools and equipment just starts eroding over time, and because they have overconfidence. And it's like, oh, this is why these problems happen, because overconfidence can definitely kill you if you're not always up on this task. So
Pretty much.
yeah. Yeah, like. So, did you feel sad after the movie, or do you feel okay after the movie?
I didn't feel really a whole lot.
Okay, you're just like, that's a movie.
I kind of saw the movie and I was like, this is okay.
Okay,
This is a good movie. I enjoyed it.
oh, that's good.
The thing I felt like as if like it was, because the way the movie ends is it ends with Oppenheimer losing his security clearance,
Oh,
and then the implication is that, and then the other guy not getting Senate confirmation, or for him going on to, I believe it was a cabinet.
huh.
And the reason he's not confirmed is because of the result of what he did to Professor Oppenheimer.
Okay.
And it's shown through and through like how they kind of did that. Like they yeah, they kind of do this thing where it's kind of like everyone kind of gets their comeuppance, including like Oppenheimer.
Oh,
Because the entire time Oppenheimer's like, look, I'm not a communist. I'm just promoting 5 protests,
uh-huh.
and they promote those 5 protests, and they're like,
Uh-huh.
like they're like, huh. And then eventually one of the characters goes like, look, Oppie, I can't even invite you to this project. And it kind of gets just said that the reason why Oppenheimer hasn't been invited into the protest is because of his entire fucking bullshit, like his promoting a protest, his speaking at fascist events, all of that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Huh.
Yeah.
Also, make a drive this segue over to because this
Speaking about shit blowing up,
Barbie movie. Thank God this segue's pink because the segue going to
What, are we-
Barbie.
are you actually going to talk about the Barbie movie?
I mean, I'm just curious of what the plot is because so far what I seem to know is that they go to the real world somehow.
Okay, so the plot, as I know it, is because I to be fair, I haven't seen the movie. I don't really want to see the movie. The way the movie kind of works is kind of bullshit. Besides the fucking wazoo, it's the way it works is the main Barbie
Yes.
is having existential crises
Okay.
over something going on, and so she talks to Weird Barbie, who tells her that they're all toys in a magical land called Barbie Land.
Huh.
So Barbie leaves Barbie Land, and her Ken, who is literally her boy toy, who literally is just an accessory for Barbie,
Yeah.
is exploding about like how Barbie is treating, or exploding, and about like how like everything's going on and all this sort of stuff. Can't even spend a night with Barbie because every night's girls' night and all this sort of stuff. This is a really bad explanation for how the Barbie movie plot actually is.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Eventually what ends up happening is Barbie finds that she is being played with by a 40-year-old mother. Barbie is called a fascist. Barbie is called a lot of things. Barbie is...
Is there like, well, I guess you haven't seen the movie, but from I gathered that there's like a lot of weird talking points of like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So there's a part in the movie where Barbie ends up talking to Ken,
Uh-huh.
and Ken gets attention, and Ken immediately gets giddy.
Ah.
And he's like, oh my god, somebody actually paid attention to me.
Okay.
So then Ken immediately goes and, how do I say this? Fucks off and reads a book about horses, and then discovers that horses and everything like that, or discovers the patriarchy. He goes back, institutes a patriarchy, which basically means that all the Kens are married to a Barbie. So they'll fix their Barbie's car, the Barbie will get them beer. It's kind of like a marriage system.
Uh-huh.
So Barbie goes back. A speech about feminism occurs, I think. Something else happens. People are talked to, and...
Happy ever after? Question mark?
Happy ever after-ish?
Ish.
I don't know. I know that the Kens are still homeless. They don't have anything. Apparently, it's a real masculine movie. The best part about the movie, this is all secondhand information. Hold on, let me actually see if I can actually open up, because I have a friend who actually saw it, and he wrote up a very lengthy article on it. I could ask him if he wants to join the podcast. I don't think he's on. That would be funny. Just randomly getting...
Get in.
Just join the podcast.
Our podcast is a car would just drive up randomly. Get in.
Yeah. Get into the podcast. To be honest, to still away the messaging of the movie. It's just fine as a movie. It's some quirky stuff going on that amused me. For instance, the part where Ken is throwing Barbie's clothes off the balcony and they get suspended in air before they hit the ground. Like it's an advert, made me audibly bemused. Go, what the fuck? Also, literally me was stellar. Generally fun to watch every moment he was on the string. As far as that messaging is concerned, the through is intentionally conflicted, and it raises two paradox questions that go unaddressed. The internal conflict of the messaging is basically that it seems undecided if it's about feminism in the second wave or in favor of making a broad humanist appeal that human existence / experience is both beautiful and nearly incomprehensible. It can't really be both. If it's about two-wave feminism, it seems really petty, heavily on the notion of the patriarchy as a concept, especially since that seems to drive the major events of the film. However, so Mike... Good guy Mike is talking about third wave feminism, actually. However, if the complexity of the human experience really is the apotheosis for Barbie at the end of the film, when she chooses to be human, then society is being overtly described throughout the film as merely patriarchal, which grounds about 90% of the plot, mind you, completely falls apart of any basic levels of analysis. Society and distribution of men and women amongst them is the product of lots of complex interactions and forces. To simply describe it as all of the patriarchal is absurdly reductive, and reductivism is antithetical to what is supposed to be the climax of Barbie's journey. There's many reasons why men and women fall into these roles and play stereotypes. Stereotypes are not, and the movie doesn't come across as equipped to account for this without hobbling its feminist agenda. So the plot is motivated by feminism, but the climax by somewhat genderless humanism. Which is it? That's the first paragraph. I'm not going to read this entire thing, but it's actually really good antithesis.
That's a large paragraph.
It's a... yeah, Mike went on a rant. It's, to me, this is what it seems like. The movie is two things. The movie is very much so about Ken and Barbie and their experiences and their projections, and it just seems like this movie, to me, it personally seems like this movie could have been done better.
Okay.
And it just feels like as if it just misses a boat, if that makes sense.
Not the boat.
Yeah.
They jumped over it.
Yeah. There's no boat.
Darn.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like Barbie movie and Oppenheimer were the things that came out. I'm trying to slowly go through my Steam list, and I'm like, did I play anything? Although I did get more games, because I do that. Actually, you know what? There's one game I did play on my Switch. Beans and Slaps. It's a side-scrolling beat-em-up.
Okay. Is it like a Double Dragon or...
Kind of Double Dragon. It's so the shtick of this game is that you're playing as two movie actors, and holy shit, it's going to be a sequel. So basically, you're playing as two movie actors. One is Bud Spencer, and the other one is Terrence Hill. And here's the thing: I'm pretty sure these characters are reminiscent to other characters I'm familiar with in actual movies, because I want to say it's these certain characters I know of, but I can't remember their names or anything, but I've seen their faces before. And basically this whole game is just this kind of a fourth wall, not quite fourth wall, but like these guys are trying to be actors and do lots of action movies, and they're beating up people. And then there's a part of the game, this is like literally second level, where you finish the first level and that was the movie you're trying to shoot, and then then the start of the second level is that you're like, oh, we got to go to the office to go get paid. And then at the office, turns out the boss is getting kidnapped, and then you and your buddy are like, fuck, that's our money. We need to go get our money. So you're just beating more people up so you can try to save the fucking head of the movie theater, or the head of the movie studio, of like why she's getting kidnapped and all that junk. It's kind of neat. I like that idea. The only thing I dislike about the game is that I want there to be more combo, more like, oh man, I can.
Do you want more fluid combat?
Yeah, I think I want more fluid combat. That's just more not, because right now it feels like all I'm doing is just literally slapping. Like I'm doing a light punch, a hard punch. There is a parry / like you can, if you dudes are kind of around you, you can slap that button and you can do like push two dudes together and slap their heads together type of move.
Okay.
There is also a grab button, but the grab button is not very universal that I want. I want literally to be like, oh, my character, you can get into a grab stance with some other foe and then you start beating him up in that stance, or you can chuck him to your left or right. I kind of want that, where this game's grab move is more of, oh, this has a context sensitive area here, you can use that move. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. I want more fluid combat. But yeah, like I think the game's story is just kind of funny, kind of entertaining. Actually, I do have the official trailer. I could just quickly share you that you can see what the game style is like. There we go.
Where are you sending this? Oh, direct message?
Yeah,
Cool.
I'll just direct message.
Okay, this game looks right already.
Yeah, like the game definitely has some style. It looks good.
Why are they fucking in BDMS, guys?
That's the later stage.
I'm so confused.
Yeah.
Okay, this game looks cool.
Yeah, like there is some definite neat stuff going on. I think I just gotta play it more to get play more of the game to figure out what's going, to get more into it. Yeah, like so far, like the game story is like, oh, this is not too bad. The only thing, again, the only gripe I have is like, the battling feels kind of lame. That's the only thing I dislike. Although I think the game probably gets a lot better if you play it in co-op mode. Yeah, there's some decent stuff going on.
Yeah.
And what else? I think that's about it. Yeah, I think it's about it for games this week, other than I played Magic the Gathering Arena again.
You played so much Magic the Gathering Arena?
I play a lot of it.
You play too much of it.
I know. I keep going back to it because I'm like, it has Commander, sort of. It's bad Commander, basically.
I was going to play Battlefield 2042, but I got a very nice error. So, if anything, I've been just playing Halo and System Shock, or a little bit of BattleBit every now and then. So, nothing really new for me. I do have a recommendation for Battlefield. When the game launches, it's very pretty.
Oh.
Yeah. when it launches, it just needs to launch.
Macy.
So, anyways, I also saw Transformers:
Oh.
Rise of the Beast. I finally watched Transformers: Rise of the Beast
Oh.
on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
That movie is mediocre to okay. Actually, I should probably check the Metacritic. Because the Metacritic's probably going to be really hilarious. It's probably going to be like a 40. How is the TMNT Mutant Mayhem like higher? Rise of Beast. It's a 42 on. It's a 5.4 on Metacritic user score, a 42 on Metascore. So it is mediocre to good. You don't see any of the Beast Transformers, which is odd considering the movie is literally a Beast movie.
Huh. So like you don't get the monkey, the cheetah, the rat.
You see Optimus Primal, Cheetor. There's no rat.
You see Rhinox.
You see Rhinox, you don't see his real transformation. You see Optimus Prime, RC's real Jack, which is odd considering it's a movie about the rise of the beast. There's none of the Predacons. And it's just, I don't know. I would be more interested in a movie about those characters. If that makes sense. First scenes of Unicron. Unicron is in there for about 2 minutes, and all you see is his eyes. You don't see his actual like transformation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's like really stupid. It's really, really stupid. It just needs more. It just needs more of that stuff going on, and it just doesn't do enough with what it has. Optimus Prime feels like as if he's a character who's very much not Optimus Prime. Because he's like, I just want to leave this planet, fuck this place.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. That is the correct response.
Yeah. Fuck Earth.
Fuck yeah, literally.
Yeah. The other thing, though, the main issue I have with the movie is like it feels like this movie should have been like 3 hours, and it's like an hour and 90 minutes. It's a 90-minute movie,
Really?
so it just feels like it should have been simpler.
Huh. Yeah.
And it just
Is a lot of movies running longer because they don't know how to edit,
pretty much.
and that's why. Because it feels like so many movies are just going longer and longer, and it's like, do you not know how to cut this down to the things that you need? Like,
Why does the movie need to be over 90 hours long? Like, it just feels like that. If that makes sense. And it just doesn't feel like as if it feels like as if it could have been a really solid 2 hours where you had let things breathe. But as it is, it's a solid 90 minutes, and it's pretty quick. It just breezes through the plot. Like shit just happens. I don't know.
yeah. Yeah. And also, I got a Kickstarter game that finally
You
came out. Like, it's been in the making for a long time because it's like, I think it's one dev. But
Oh yeah.
I finally got it. Death Bulge, Battle of the Bands.
Ooh.
It's literally by the same guy who does the comics for Death Bulge comics. So he made his own game just titled after Death Bulge, and it's Battle of the Bands, which is all based on music, and it's kind of again, all of his in his style, all comic booky and shit, all like just really hilarious and over the top, and it's really cool. I really
It's
like
called
it.
Death Bulge.
Yes.
B-U-G?
B-U-L-G-E.
Okay. Game. I just want to look at the game. Death Bulge Battle of the Bands.
Yep.
It just seems like, oh, so like, is this like a rhythm game or is it like a? Is it like a turn-based strategy game or something like that?
Yeah, it's more turn-based strategy. It's definitely RPG.
Okay.
Yeah.
This looks pretty good.
Yeah, I gotta play it because I just recently got the code and I was like, okay, I'll install it. Although I think it unlocks tomorrow, so I'll. I don't think I can play it still.
You're gonna play so much of it. You're gonna play so much of it.
So much.
Yeah. That makes sense. I don't know.
I don't know.
Hopefully you enjoy it.
I think I'll enjoy it. Do you mind if we cut it short today?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay. Because right now
You
it's
gotta
like,
go.
yeah, I gotta go, and also I don't think I have much to talk about really.
Well, I got some. Well, let's quickly touch. Feminist Frequency is shutting down.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Woohoo!
I'm surprised.
I'm-
I'm surprised it took this long.
Yeah, I'm surprised too.
I thought it shut down forever ago, but I guess I never heard anything about that. So,
Pretty much.
or it would have went out with the most silent of whimpers possible. Then that's why we never heard of it.
Probably.
But whatever. Although there's a term because of Twitter, and I'm seeing the feminist frequency thing on there. There's a term I haven't.
Constant.
There's a term I haven't heard in a long time. It's grifter,
Oh yeah.
and I'm like, oh yeah, that does explain her quite a bit, huh? Damn.
She's very much that.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's as much I want to talk about, anyways. Because the less we talk about, the better.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you everyone for listening to the Black Mind Games podcast, episode 400. It's a shorty this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you guys. Have a good night. Bye. Did you?
Yes.
You haven't seen Oppenheimer or Barbie? Did you
No,
play
I
any
mean,
of the
anyone
games?
can get a house. Keeping it is a challenge. Oh my god. Secret third member. Whoa, 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 whoa. You don't have to do that. Are you
Oh,
sure?
okay.
Maybe you
Arena.
should.
Oh.
I think you fucking should. Like, if you're gonna get this air out of the way, fucking talk.
I must play Arena.
Fine.
Okay. Well, shall we sync?
Okay. It works now.
Sync in 3, 2, 1.